Right, hello everyone. Welcome for my first stream of the day. ARL Realistic Tier. We're going around Spain, full qualifying, 50% race. Round 20 of the season, just three this one and two more remaining, so three remaining in total. It's kind of coming down to the wire. Potentially, Lil Daz and Williams could take the Drivers' Championship today. We'll have a look at that between qualifying and race, so let's just concentrate on the qualifying for now. As I said, it's full qualifying. Don't need the tyres for the matter of fact yet. Let's just disable that. That's fine. I want a full track map in case of yellows. There we go. So, as I say, full qualifying. So, we'll try as best we can in this session to concentrate on the guys that are fighting down towards the end to try and stay in for the next qualifying session. We'll do our best to do that. Funnily enough, I don't think that's going to involve the two Haas today. The two Haas drivers are exceptionally quick drivers, so they may be able to offset the lack of pace in that car for at least for the first qualifying session. I'm not suggesting they're going to be like top 3 qualifiers or anything, but I think for the first session they can offset that. We'll see what happens. I don't know what people's thoughts are on the difficulty of the track. Spain, I have to say, it's a track I thoroughly enjoy, tend to do quite well at, but it could be hit and miss. It takes one little moment. Turn 2, there's quite a few death curbs, to be honest. So, I'm just getting myself into the stream as well so that I can see if any of you guys are there and making comments or anything. Just bear with me a second. And I'll be there. I've gone to Kant because in the Aston Martin he's first out on track. So he'll be setting a sort of target time, if you like, for the rest. Right, I am now in the chat on Discord. It's not showing me any previous messages if anybody's made any, so I do apologise if anybody's made any. I don't look like I got any viewers other than myself, so which is a bit disappointing. It'd be nice if some of the drivers could drop in, these guys. Put myself in a party, haven't I? Yeah. Right then, so 20 on the first lap then. Comes down into the right. Very late braking into this corner, and you can still hug the inside. Actually multiple ways of taking that corner, all of which quick. Hairpin, I always seem to lose time in that hairpin. I don't know why. It's a bad part of the track for me. Difficult chicane, followed by this sweeping right-hander. You've got to keep as much pace in as you can. You've got to be careful on the exit curb. It can throw you across the track into the wall if you get it wrong. Another hairpin. And this bit, that little sort of lift in the road, you completely lose traction through there and can, again, a bit too much power and it will just throw you straight into the wall. And, well, the chicane there, famous chicane, but all about exit speed in that one. Get your exit right. Fastest lap then, obviously, J Kant's 1:19.1 in the Aston to get us started and moving. Who else? Who we got? We've got a couple of Alpha Tauris coming round. Let's go to Sierra. So Sierra exit onto the straight and goes 18.4 on their first attempt. Who's that? We got, oh, there's Mini Devil on an out lap, so let's continue on. This is Daz also on an out lap. Anybody not on an out lap? Got Red Bull, Trev. Oh, he's just invalidated on the final corner. That's going to be annoying for him because I think he was setting up to go that lap. It wasn't a particularly an out lap, but I think he backed off and was setting up to go, so it's a bit annoying for him. He's invalidated the next lap as well. Let's go to... Who's this? They've invalidated. It's Bristol's invalidated their first lap. Red Bull. Whew. Took some getting to. That was Cedric, who's gone across the line with 118.7. One of the Haas guys is coming round. It must be Vale, who goes up to P3 at the moment, ahead of Canty. In the Astons, 118.9. And we've got Matt is coming round in the Merc. His first day in the Merc, first ever chance in a Merc. I gave him this seat. He said he'd love me forever, so 118.1 from Matt. As there is a McLaren coming round. Well, that was Adrian to start his lap, okay. I think we've got Aston. Are we back to Canty then, I think? So let's ride with Gaz then and actually see a bit more of the lap than just somebody crossing the line. Daz has done 23.7, so clearly something's happened on his lap. Sierra 19.1. Mighty tight at the moment in the times. LMB in the second half has gone 119.4. It's in P8 for the moment. So, into the final sequence of corners. There's that chicane. So easy to break a bit too late there and run wide in the first part, which completely messes the corner up for you, but Gaza does it very nicely. And the lap's nice as well, puts a P5, 118.7. To the other McLaren then, which is Adrian this evening. I think I gave him that seat as well. He absolutely loved me. He spent so long in a Haas, like I did at the start of the season, that I felt that deserved rewarding. And Adrian goes P2 for the moment behind Matt. Mighty close between them, only 0.04 of a second separating them. Lots of people leaving it quite late in the session to come out as Mini Devil goes across the line on a 119.2. I didn't see who that was that just jumped up the standings. See, Sierra's gone up to a 118.3 in P3. Just to make things a little bit harder for myself this week, what I've done is made Sierra or what we've done as admins, have made Sierra and Sierra teammates in AlphaTauri. So, you know, just in case I wasn't confused enough with the two names. Is Cedric finishing this lap? It looks like he is. Cedric crosses the line on an 18 flat and goes P1. Nicely done. All the guys that haven't set a lap yet are either still in the pits or just on an out lap, so leave them to it for the moment. Any signs that somebody's improving at all? Daz on his way down to the end of sector 2. No, he's 6 seconds down, so not doing a proper lap. Ulster is up. Right then, so Ulster sector 2 up nearly 4 attempts. This would put him on an 18.1, so this puts him up with those top 3. If he can keep it up through the rest of the final sector, which he can't because he's off track. Oops. Never mind Ulster. He was going well though, at least he knows he's got the time in the bank. Anybody else? Through? No. No, I think we're going to have to wait for the guys on outlaps to come back round. Get us going again. We can watch Cedric, but I think he was on an outlap. Cedric into the pits. Dodos then. Sorry, there's been... Right. So Mickey's just asked if there's any spaces left in the chat. He's going to have to be quick, Mickey. So Mickey's going to jump in quick. Just saying he's going to need to settle up and retire, because it's going to mess the timings up if he doesn't retire. Okay. Anyway, we're with Dodo's. He's had a trip off track, so let's head to someone else. Trev then. It's a time. Hayes in the other Alfa Romeo has invalidated. Kenyon. Looks like he's driving slow. He's letting Trev pass. Let's go back to Trev. Who looks like purple sector 2, according to my graphic. Comes around. Final few corners. Here's the chicane. As I said, got to sort of hug that first part and you get the exit. It looked really decent. Mickey is in. Should see him pop up in the standings in a minute in a Ferrari. And Trev goes P15 for the moment on a 119.5. Kenyon slowed down, we saw that, so let's go then to Hayes, Dodos and Convict. Well, Dodos has gone back to the pits. We saw him go off track into the gravel, so that'd be why. Convict leaving it late to come out in that Ferrari. Hayes just on down towards the end of sector 2 up to the hairpin. This bit here, that may be a part of the track. We may see one or two spinning during the race. It's so easy just to put that tiny bit too much power into it. Hayes in the chicane. Decent exit. Heads towards the line. Will this be enough? To 119 flat, which puts him in P11 at the moment. I say again, it is mighty close at the moment. Well, somebody just moved up the order there, so P12, which is Hayes, down to P16 are covered by half a second. Dodo's back out on an outlap. Still not seen. Well, Mickey's in the other Ferrari now, which is great. Convict still not out on track. I don't know if you can enlighten me at all as to why that is. Is he maybe... he's out on track now. There we go. Excellent. Good to see. Let's go to LMB. The two Haas currently running in P9 and P10. Quite possibly on times that may see them through. Let's see how LMB's doing this lap. Just under a tenth down. Going this final sector of the track, section of the track is the most technical part. So maybe it's getting some time here. Looked to me a little bit like he might have backed out in that last corner. Takes the chicane very nicely, but yeah, the cross line into the pits. I thought he might be. Gaza back out on track then on a hot lap. Didn't show me his split time for sector 2, so let's just see what he can do. Through the chicane he goes. It's a bit tentative. So he comes across the line, but improves by 3.5 temps and goes up to P5. So the McLaren's now running P3 and P5. Nicely done. They should be through pretty safe. Let's go to Lil Daz. Currently in P14 on a 119.1. Let's just say, for argument's sake, if he could improve on this lap by 4 attempts, he would go up to P9, which would probably see him safe. I'm not even sure he needs that much to be safe, to be honest, but let's just see. So around the final corner, onto the straight, open up the DRS, crosses the line, improves by half a second, still goes P9 on the 118.6. Now we go to the Ferrari boys. So Mickey is first. 2, so he hasn't had any run in yet on the track, so he's a bit cold. Let's see what he does. Dodos is out. Dodos has binned it final set corner. This could affect other people's laps here. It's invalidated Mickey's, and it's going to invalidate the next lap. Mickey did 18.9. He would be currently sat in P14 with that lap. Let's just go to Convict. The car's cleared for... Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, he lost his wing, actually. So... Well, he's got the two... Convict's going to have to be very quick here. He may be able to get back out on another lap. He's going to have to be mighty quick about it. LMB retires from the session. That's in the pits. That's fine. That's not gone again. Bristow in the Alpine currently sat P12. Could do with an improvement. There's a lot of cars out behind him. Matt retires. Evening, Sierra. And as you say, evening, everyone. Interesting session so far, ridiculously close. As Bristow improves up to P7 then on 118.5. Has Mindy Devil continued on another lap? Or he might be doing a cool down ready for the next lap possibly. He is up, half a tenth up. I don't know what would be better really for him. I suppose he can go at this lap, and if he makes any mistakes he can say, right, no, I'm backing out, recharge the battery and go again on the next one. Heading down towards the end of sector 2 now. This will give us a better idea. So he's a 10th up at the moment. Not actually enough to improve a position, but obviously improve his time and make him harder for those behind to beat. Oh, he's had a moment there. Now, he's got enough fuel to go again, I believe. And he does have enough battery. He's got 63% battery, so he's got enough battery. He's got another chance at this. He may not be the quickest all the way down the straight, so he's going to have to find that time through the corners. As we ride with... Actually, we'll go to the Ferraris now. Mickey. Where's Kenyon? He's just there, so he's behind the two Ferraris. Okay. On track, I mean. So Mickey into the final corner now. No invalidation this time. He's going to send it across the line, and it's a 118.5. Puts in P7. Nice lap, Mickey. Well done. Let's go to Kenyon. No idea on what his time was. That must be Canty up ahead of him. Kenyon crosses the line to a 119.3. It's good enough for P17. Now P18 as... Somebody went up ahead. I'd missed who that was. It was Trev, I think, was it? I think it was Trev. He's P15 now. So we've got one of the Astons coming round. So this is Mini Devil. He's on a better run than his last one was. His PB. Oh, but what's he done? He slowed down. I don't know why he slowed down there. And he's missed the line, so... Not entirely sure what was going on there for Mini Devil. He's got a Convict then, and the Ferrari trying to get through. Hayes is ahead of him on track, but Hayes is safe. I believe we've got Canty and the other Aston just behind. Let's see. So then Convict into the final corner. This will be the only lap he sets. It's a 118.8. Puts him up to P14. Straight down to P15 now as Canty improves. Kenyon's not trying to go any faster. Trev improves and goes up to P14. Knocking out Convict in the Ferrari. Knocking out Vale in the Haas. Mini Devil and Kenyon are also out. We lost Dodos through retirement earlier on. But that means then one of the Haas are through. LMB's through. Trev gets himself through into Q2. Lil Daz is through. Then we have, well, all the others as well. I won't go through them all. So unlucky to the guys from 16 downwards. So we've lost a Ferrari, a Haas, an Aston Martin, a Williams and Alfa Romeo. But, that was exceptionally close in qualifying. It really was. And all those guys will be coming through the field, I'm sure. The rest of at the start of the race and ongoing. Whether they'll look to maybe try a different strategy to the rest of the field. But, yeah, that was... Yeah, go on, Trev, I agree, Sarah. That was a great lap at the end from Trev. Knock a Ferrari out as well. Well done, buddy. To knock a Ferrari out that has a good driver in it as well, so... In Convict, so... He's done well there. There's our Trev. Our Trev. So into Q2 we go. So 15 drivers competing, only 10 can go through. Again, towards the end of the session we'll try and watch the guys which are battling to try and get through. It's, just trying to see who that is, this first start. Is it an Alpine or Williams? I think it's Daz, yeah. It's Daz and Williams. Nah, it wasn't Convict. Trev put in a good lap at the end there to knock you out, buddy. So, it's just unlucky. And the good news, Convicts, you've got a teammate now. Mickey jumped in last minute, managed to get himself through. So, at least you're not on your own in the Ferrari. Scarlet Red today. I bet the Ferraris aren't left empty next season in any capacity. Everybody would be one of them. Same with Haas. All those people that have been saying, oh, I don't want to drive Haas this season. Next season, those guys will be over the moon to be an ass. We are Williams. Hashtag we are Williams. So Daz comes round then with a shot of taking the title today. As I said in Q1, we'll take a look at the standings between qualifying and race. Ah, yay, I have friends, says Convict. You do, mate. You do. You're a nice lad. You do. You were sorting stuff. I was wondering why you'd taken so long to come out. I was starting to think maybe you'd been given a qualifying ban that I didn't know of or something like that. That's why you weren't coming out. But there we go. So Daz is going to be the one to set the target time in Q2. Now going by the times we saw in Q1, people would love to start on the mediums around here. I'm afraid to say that trying to qualify on the mediums around here could put you at risk. So I've got a feeling this first lap time from Daz might be more of a sort of sighter lap that he's doing on probably for the softs he used in Q1, I expect. And then we might see him attempt to get through on the mediums a little later in the session. Would not have been better off with a collie ban. I see what you mean there. At least then I'd have an excuse, sort of thing. So Daz round the final corner. Comes across the line, he gets us off with a 21.7, so as I said, I'm sure that is just a sighter lap. So Sierra comes across the line, first to qualify on the mediums, 119.2. LMB does 119.3 in the Haas, which suggests that time from Sierra could be better. Ulster 119.1. Give me a... Who's this? This is Gaza. Sierra goes fastest. That's on the mediums, 118.5. Gaza was second on 118.9. Cedric is just coming round. He goes P2, 118.7. So Bristow into the final corner. He's trying on the mediums first with Alpine. He comes across on a 19.1, which puts him P6. It's interesting to see. Daz looks like he's actually gone quicker. Stick with him. There is a Alfa Romeo about to come across the line. That was Hayes. He's done 119.1 on softs. Daz improving his time, so perhaps I was wrong then. Perhaps it wasn't a Saito lap. Just didn't get it right. 119.4. I still suggest that's a Saito lap. That's not a proper lap. Oh, and the McLaren, Gaza! Oh, Gaza, what you done? You got your lap in. What have you done, buddy? He's got a 118.9 in the mediums set, but he's going to be out. That is one messed up car that's going to need some TLC between quali and race. Yellows all over the track for that incident. It's a full track yellow, but it's cleared. And we move on. Can't imagine anybody's improved. Well, Gru's improving because he hasn't got a proper time in. Oh, but he's invalidated. Canty then. Yeah, Canty's on an improve. Oh, it's early doors yet for Canty. Let's just have a look through. Push those into the pits. Hayes. He's just dawdling around behind the McLaren. He's on an outlap in a way. And B's going slow, so let's go back to Canty then. Oh, no, he's a second down. Was it not Canty? Who was it then? Somebody was on the lap. Well, let's go to Adrian then, because he's in the McLaren. If I had to have a little tip for tonight, my little tip would be this man in the McLaren for this evening. Continuously underrated in my eyes, is easily one of the fastest guys in the server. You know, he's not obviously now we've got the likes of LMB, Vale, Kenyon. He's not, you know, as well as Daz as well. Of course, he's not the fastest, but he's up there. He's not far behind those guys at all, and he's also one of the most consistent racers I've ever seen. So. I don't get a nice message off him later saying, "Oh, that was nice of you to say," or something like that. I'm going to be very disappointed, and I'll take it all back next week. As he comes through then, into the final few. Here's the chicane. Hugged the first part. We had a good exit. Widens the exit. See. So it's 1:18.2, which sets the fastest lap of the session so far, and it's on the mediums. That may be good enough to get him through into Q3. Only the top 3 guys that have set times on the mediums, I believe, may have a chance of getting through on those times. But even then, I'm not sure. I still think it's risky for them. As Matt goes fastest now, it's 1:17.9 on the soft tyres. Unless Adrian's deciding to go again. No, he's not. I'm not expecting Matt to go again because he's going to want to start on those tyres. So I think we're going to have to wait for one of the outlap guys. And we don't have to wait long. So across the line comes Ulster on the soft tyres now in the Mercedes. Can Ulster conjure up for us? The yellow flag is Adrian in the McLaren. I think he might have underfueled. I can't see any other reason yellow flags would be coming up for him. There's a yellow flag across the line. It's Trev, I believe. I don't want to switch off. We're watching Ulster on a hot lap, so we'll stick with Ulster. So Ulster around the final corner, comes over the line and goes P1, 1:17.7. The Mercedes looking, for the first time all season, even though we're 3-8 races from the end, the Mercedes are looking quick today. Red Bull, Trev, I think that's what the yellow flag was for, is because he invalidated this the next lap, I think. Holster then, just watching what's the end of sector 1. I can't imagine he's going again. No, he's not. A bit silly, really. Right, who we got left there? So 5.5 minutes. Gaza is out of qualifying. His time that he set would currently have him P7 on the medium tyres. So, actually, at the moment, to give you an idea, if Gaza was up in P7, P7 to P10 would be covered by 0.2 of a second. So, I don't mean to sit on it. Someone who's in the pits. We've moved then to the Red Bull of Trev. So we've just about got through in Q1, set a really good lap at the end. Let's see. Knocked out one of the Ferraris in doing so. But let's see if we can do the same in Q2. Oh no, he's round. Oh, he's kept it. He's managed to stop it before he reached the wall. That's okay, Trev. Just bring yourself back together. You've got time to pit in for a new set of tyres if you want them. Yeah, so you have to be in and out sort of thing, but you have got time to do it. Grew then. Early doors in the lap for him. Just looking at. Actually, let's go to Cedric. He's a bit further around the lap, so. Ever so slightly down at the end of sector 2, next to nothing. Although he doesn't look like he's driving quickly there, so I think no, he's definitely not pumping that round, is he? So let's go back to Groot. Groot then down towards the end of sector 2 now. He shows an improvement of 8 seconds so far, so he's on for 1:22. I'm sure there's a much bigger improvement in this final sector as well, so we don't really know what he's heading towards yet. Pretty sure Gru would be, well, he'd love to get into the top 10, but I don't think the Alpine guys just outside the top 10 is a good result as well. But he comes for the line and ends up P7. Could be enough. 12th to 15th are all out on track. Hayes is still in the pit, but still time for him to come out yet. And I think he is. I think the Alfa Romeo is on its way out the pits now. We're on board with our championship leader, Lil Daz. Daz. Sira has retired in the pits, so Sira's happy. So as I said, look, those top 3 medium guys that set times earlier on, I did say I thought those 3 might be safe. I wasn't 100% sure, but it looks like they were. And it's everybody else who set times on mediums has had to go back out on the softs. So that's coming round now. Again, he looks like he's going slow to me. He is going slow. That's never. Yeah, he's going very slow. Who's next then? Can't see. I'll go to the Haas in a second. I'd love to see LMP get through. Canty into the final corner. Can he force that Aston into the top 10? Comes across the line. It's a 1:18.2, which puts him P3. Let's go to LMB's up at the moment. And towards the end of sector 2 himself now. And he is 4.5 tenths up. 118.7, he's potentially on target to go P7 as it is. Any further improvement could displace Sierra. As Mickey sends the Ferrari into P7. So LMB round the final corner, heads for the line, crosses the line. A 118.4, he goes P6. He gets ahead of Sierra in the Haas. It's an exceptional lap from LMB. Bristow currently P12. To get through. Gaz's time is actually P11 now, so he needs to improve by just over 3 tenths. And he does, and goes P10. Gru's not, no, Gru is slow. Oh, no, Hayes. Oh, that was a big contact. I hope he's okay. It's out the final corner. I hope the lad's okay. Get out and wave to the cameras, please, man. Somebody ditching their lap. Daz is slightly up. Who else we got? There's a Red Bull. That's Sidric. Well, he's up in P2. We don't need to watch the Red Bull. What I can say then, LMB and the Haas is safe. He has got the Haas through to Q3 with a brilliant lap. Little Daz finding a bit of traffic, but he's 3 tenths up. To actually, oh my word, 3 tenths up. He's still got to actually get through. He's got to find half a second in the final sector. Bristow's on 118.6, so the 3 tenths though could see Daz go up to. We'd only gained 1 position ahead of Hayes, unless he's found some more in sector 3. Crosses the line. It's a 118.8, improves by 6 tenths, which is enough to go P12. That's not bad for Daz in the Williams. Just outside the top 10. Tyre choice at the start. Fresh tyres. It's not bad. Gru is into the pits. So that's the end of his qualifying. Again, as I said, for Alpine, with a P10 and P11, I don't think they can grumble with that. I think that's decent. Same for Gru as it is Daz, just outside the top 10. Free tyre choice. Spain, another track where hard tyres actually really work around here, so we may see a one-stop medium hard scenario. Maybe even soft guys might even choose to go soft hard, because they do work around here. Just waiting for guys to be wheeled into the pits, but we have then, so we're going to lose Gru, Lil Daz, Gaz unfortunately who crashed. Hopefully they can get the car ready. Hayes as well took a big impact, so hopefully they can get the car ready for the race. And we lose Trev, who unfortunately didn't manage to get a proper time on the board. And we'll start P15. But we have 1 Alpine, 1 Ferrari, both AlphaTauris, a Haas, a McLaren, and Aston Martin, both Mercedes and a Red Bull into the top 10. As for pole position right now, honestly, you could toss a coin right now. It's what's been said? Sorry, I've just been tagged in something. Just yeah, great job LMB. Just seeing your little thing in there. I am inevitable. So we've got our top 10. What we do know from that is the McLaren of Adrian, Sierra in AlphaTauri, and well, both AlphaTauris, Sierra and Sierra, are going to be starting on medium tyres. Everybody else who's through to Q3 will be starting on the softs. It's different strategies going on. So, oops, I accidentally just kicked myself out of the stream. Let me just get back in. Where be thy stream? Where be thy blackbird too? I know where he be. Right, here we go. Right, I'm back in the stream, but I've lost all the comments. So I'll only be able to see new ones now. Right then. Right, who are we going to tip then, guys? Who do we think will take pole position? I'm going to tip Adrian in the McLaren. He's my tip. But honestly, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 drivers that could potentially get pole here. And I'm probably being quite strict on that, with what I'm saying. So I think Adrian, Sierra, Matt and Sierra all have a chance of pole position. I'm not saying any of the others don't. I think obviously they're in the top 10, they've all got a chance, but I think they'd be the 4 favourites in whichever order you want to put them. Let's just get those details up. So we're riding with Sierra, who's made his way out onto track first. So Convict thinks either Sierra or Adrian. So Convict tipping Sierra over Sierra. Sierra won't be happy with that. You'll be oh no, he's not an admin anymore, so he won't be able to knock you out of Ferrari for next race. In a way, here he comes then. He started the lap. He's going to get first bite of the cherry to lay a lap down and say, beat that, you lot. His first 2 are the 2 Alpha Tauris. Sierra is the next car on track. It's then an Aston Martin. Canty. So, the McLaren isn't too far up the road on an outlap, but I think he's far enough that he won't get in anybody's way. I think he'll get round the lap before anybody catches him. Sierra's a bottle job. Oh my word, Convict. He's got this stream on, you know. He'll be having words with you. So, out of the right, into the right-hander, ready for the chicane, goes Sierra. Bit squared up on the exit of the chicane. Would have cost him a bit of pace out of there, but he sets a target of 118.4. Now we've seen quicker than that previously, so. Yeah, straight away, Sierra 118.1. Canty just about to cut. Oh, he's invalidated. Let's go then to Cedric in the Red Bull, who's just come through the chicane. And he crosses the line for... I was going to say this looks handy. 117.5. That's the fastest we've seen today. Mickey goes 118.2. LMB in the Haas. What can he do? 118.8, respectable. P5 for the moment. Who's this? This is Bristow. Goes P6, 118.9. Ulster's gone at 118.1 up into P3. Now we got Matt has just come through the chicane. Oh no, he's on an outlap. My apologies. Let's go to Adrian then. He'll be next across the line. Evening, Top Gotcha. Thanks for joining, mate. So Adrian at the chicane then. Across the line he comes and goes fastest, 117.4. My tip for pole, takes the provisional pole position. Let's go with Canty, because I think he's in a second lap because he invalidated first, so... Ooh, gets a little out of sorts on the chicane, really attacked it. Didn't look like it would have cost him too much though, to be fair, and he crosses the line 118.3, which is good enough for P6 at the moment. Now let's go to Matt then in the other Mercedes. Definitely a chance for pole position tonight for Matt. His first run in a top car. Started the season in an Alpine. It was when we had team bosses and that, he was my minion in the Alpine. Him and Alan then left me for Alpha Tauri. Decided that Matt's underperformances all season means he gets a top car for the last few races. And he goes 117.9, P3 for the moment. So I think that's everybody's laps. I don't think anybody's going again. We'll keep an eye on Matt through sector 1 just in case. He is going again, you know. He's half a tenth up in the first sector. I just wonder if he's got enough energy to make the whole lap, though. That's the only thing. I think you can around here. I think you can do 2 hot lap paced laps without running out of energy. But, what have I done Spain quite recently? It's long enough ago that I can't really remember. So you get quite low on battery here, but then, of course, the next sector's all heavy braking, so... He's a tenth up, but he's invalidated there. He's too wide out of the hairpin, and that's invalidated. So that will now turn this into an in-lap. Looks like the Red Bull of Cedric is coming out first for the second run. So let's see. What Cedric can do. I was impressed with the first lap, 117.5. In order to get ahead of Adrian for provisional pole, he needs to find just over a tenth. 0.12 would be enough to take provisional pole off of Adrian, but so it's really not very much. And yeah, the top 2 are sort of on their own a little bit, but then look at the gap. P3 down to P8, covered by half a second. And I'm pretty sure it's going to end up even closer after everybody's done their second runs, which is great. That's what we like to see. This is what we want. Sort of closeness. So Cedric over the line then to start his second run in Q3. Comes up to this famous first section of corners. You kind of have to get this first sector right, don't you? Run slightly wide on any of this part and it loses you so much time. And this, he's 9 thousandths of a second down, well that's not even a blink of an eye, so... The Ferrari gets well out of the way. Thank you, Mickey. Out of the hairpin. Through the chicane and onto the sweeping right-hander that catches so many out. So he can go a bit quicker than that through there because he didn't even touch the exit curb. He's a tenth and a half up though with Cedric. And that was purple, sector 2. Tenth and a half would be enough to take provisional pole. Adrian would have to improve if he's going to do it. Cedric has to keep it going through these final few corners. That's good through the chicane. Hugs the final corner pretty nicely as well. I think we're going to see a bit more than the tenth and a half improvement. It is. It's 4 attempts basically. 117.195. Nice lap from Cedric. Very, very tidy. Next on track for Zolster, but he's way down. So obviously had a moment at some point. Canty is on an outlap. Bristow is on a hot lap, so let's go to him. He's just coming up to the end of Sector 2. Just short of half a second up on his previous best, which means he's heading for 18.4 something. 18.3 something even, maybe. It looked like that went a bit wrong though, and he's actually ended up invalidating. So let's go to Sierra. Just into Sector 3. Let's actually ride on board here. No, he's not on a hot lap. He must have backed out of that one. What about his teammates? No, Sierra clearly not on a hot lap. He's on an out lap in a way. Mickey then, over a tenth up on his previous best. Could be heading for top 4 here, you know. Final corner, opens up the DRS. 1:17.9, he does indeed go P4. 6 thousandths of a second of P3. Adrian's not come back out in the McLaren. It's too late now. Adrian's settled for P2. His Ulster improves, P5. Who are we watching now? Where is this? Canty, who's on a big improvement. This could put him P3. Oh no, he lost it all in the final sector. Oh wow, he was on for P3 there, and he's lost it all in the final sector. May get to go again. Back round for the Alpha Tauris now. As Kant retire. Oh, he's out. I think he's found the curb at turn 2, and he's out. Sierra around through the final corner then. Will hit the line. It's a 17.8, puts in P3. The other Alpha Tauri through the final corner. Oh, they've invalidated. They're going to have to go again. And let's go to Mickey in the Ferrari. Oh no, he's coming to the pits. Let's go back to LMB. Improving at the moment in the Haas. Could he nick another place or two? Improves by 4.5 tenths. Ridiculously, that didn't gain him a place. He stays P9. So unlucky not to gain another extra place. Only 300ths off of Canty. Bristow then in the Alpine will be our next man to cross the line. Only other possibles are the 2 Alpha Tauris. Don't know whether Sierra will be on a lap, but I suspect that Sierra will be. Ulster's gone into P3. I missed that one. 17.7. That's a good lap for Ulster. Bristow into the chicane. Comes into the final corner. Uses the curb on the final corner. Over the line. It's P8 for Bristow in the Alpine. That's decent from him. His job today was to be ahead, and Kant's job. His and Kant's jobs were to be ahead of Daz today, and they've both done that. If we're going to extend this championship through to the end of the season, so they've done the first part. They've got the hard part still to come during the race, but they've done the first part. But Adrian, I tipped you. Apologies about that. I threw my controller down on it. It was only on the settee. It's on a soft surface, but it knocked one of the batteries out. In a way, yeah, Adrian, if you're listening, I'm not happy with you. I tipped you for pole and you didn't come out for a second lap, so just you're not my favourite anymore, mate. That's it. So, in a way, congratulations to Cedric in the Red Bull who takes pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix. Adrian P2, Ulster P3, Sierra in P4, Matt in P5, Mickey 6, Sierra 7, Bristow 8. Canty is in 9th, and LMB ends up 10th in the Haas, but what an effort from him. And I still think the only way is up for him during the race, and the same for his teammate. Yeah, huge congratulations to Cedric on pole position. And how nice is it actually to see the Mercs doing well in P3 and P5, because Merc has been terrible all season, if I'm honest. No offence to anybody that's driven one, but they have. They're down the bottom of the standings by quite a way. In fact, they're at the bottom of the standings on both the realistic tier on a Sunday night and the equal tier on the Monday night, remarkably. So, just the way it is, I suppose. There we have it. Okay. Right, I know Matt's a bit stingy on his brakes, guys, so I'm not going to hang about too much. I'm just going to refresh the light stream and get you onto the brake screen so I can refill my coffee. And I'll be back with you in just a moment. Right, So we're back, everyone, for the 33 laps of Spain. The guys are off on a formation lap at the moment. I'm just gonna... You should be seeing the standings on your screen. So, just to take a quick look at those. As you can see, so we've mentioned that Daz is championship leader. He's on 207. Closest guy to him is Canty in the Aston Martin on 157. Followed by Bristow in the Alpine. So both of those guys need to outscore Daz today to keep this championship alive, pretty much. If Daz has a 53-point lead after today, he will officially be champion. So that's something to keep an eye on. Other guy's doing really well. Sierra, obviously not in the Haas anymore, but this is his first race. Sorry, second race elsewhere. No, second elsewhere. Yeah. Gaza is just had a brilliant season all season. He's pretty much, I think he has been in McLaren all season. Done well all year. Then Alan, who's not with us tonight, grew Matt. I think Matt would like to take the opportunity in America to be able to catch Alan and get the bragging rights. To be fair, let's just quickly then look at the constructors. Will let me do it without refreshing, please. Come on. There you won't, boy, you. Annoying thing. They're just going into the chicane now, so I'm not going to take ages on this. So, constructors should be on your screen. So, as you can see then, Williams leading the way, so that's Daz's team. Currently 41 points ahead of Aston Martin. And also, the difference is here, they would, to actually confirm it, they would need a gap of 88, 89 to be 100% sure of the constructors after today. So, gap's 41. That would require a gain of 38 points, which is basically first and second. So, I think we're safe in that. In a way, let's get back to light stream and get you guys back on the game screen because they're lining up. Hurry up, light stream, please. So we are go. I've just got you back. I'm so sorry. It took a little while. But we are go. And Adrian has flown off the line. Takes P1. Sierra already up into P2. That's a great start from Sierra. Cedric drops to P3 in the Red Bull. Not off the line, Howie the light. Matt's got ahead of Ulster and his teammate. So, oh, but there's the Ferrari of Mickey. Having a look at the inside of both Mercs and gets them both. Brilliant overtake. One of the Mercs is coming back at him. I think it's Ulster. Looking at the outside of the hairpin, side by side. No contact. Brilliant racing. So a little dust kick up in front of them. And one of the guys ahead. Mickey looks like he's got that place nailed now. That was a fantastic move from Mickey. Absolutely love that. So, just looking at this, we've got, oh wow, so predicted stop strategies then. If you start on the soft, there's a 2 stop, soft, medium, medium. Don't necessarily listen to that. But, no, we'll stick with these guys because this probably is the closest at the moment. Little Merc on the back of the Ferrari. So Adrian comes through leading after lap 1. Actually, let's go down to Daz. He is close to the back of Canty, one of the guys he needs to beat. He's already ahead of Bristow, who's dropped 4 places to P12. Daz up 4 places, so they've literally swapped. The other AlphaTauri, Sierra's not had a great start down 3, but unfortunately 3 pit stops on the first lap, and one of them was our high-flying Haas, who qualified P10. LMB has had to pit, Convicts in the pits, Many Devils in the pits. So whether there was contact between them 3, I don't know. So then, let's come off with that one. I mean, they're all really close at the moment, so it's hard to pick a specific car or, you know, a specific battle that may lead to an overtake. There's a battle going on here though, and Daz has dropped down to P10. So Canty, well, actually it's Gru has gone up to P7. Oh, and that's Daz round. Daz is round. Oh, he's got time now. He can get it going again, but has he got damage? Oh, I think he has. I think he's lost his end plate on the right hand side of the front wing. Yeah, he has. It's not there. He has. So he's going to have to go all the way round and pit, which means he's going to drop down even further. Some of these guys now will already be hoping for safety cars. So we're now on with Cedric, who's on the back of Sierra. This is for P2. Adrian's starting to pull a bit of a gap to Sierra. Sierra and Adrian, similar paced guys, to be fair. They are similar paced. Just the difference between McLaren and AlphaTauri is not a huge difference, but Adrian's been given that McLaren seat because he spent probably longer than well, at least as long as I did, if not longer, in Haas, and so he decided, with a seat further up the field available, that he deserves to get a few races in at the end of the season in a better car, and I think that's fair. So Cedric then really pushing Sierra to the limit here, and Ulster's looking quick on the back of both of them. A Ferrari and a Merc behind, tussle as well. That is Mickey and Matt. Daz has now made it back round to the pits. He's going to end up, I think, 19th. I don't think Mini Devil's going to get past. Say that, I can't see Daz moving at the moment. He is now. Yeah, so Mini Devil's not going to get past. So he's going to be P19. Here's Daz. Now, I don't think he had any contacts. It looked to me like he just lost it because of where it was. I think he's probably just lost it on the curb on the final corner. I can't be sure of that because I didn't see it directly, but that's what it looked like. Ooh, I've got DRS active now, of course, so I should probably stick with this, see if Cedric can reel in Sierra before turn 1. Sierra's using his energy to defend, but he's using his energy very quickly, as Bristow has to pit. So one of Daz's competitors is in. So Cedric couldn't make that move stick there. Obviously, Canty is currently running P8. He's the closest competitor that has the best chance of keeping his championship alive after today. Bristow has immediately switched to hard tyres. He pushed a center. Well, I mean, hard tyres to do a whole race if you asked them to, but Cedric did get ahead of Sierra for a moment, but he's run too deep into the corner. Sierra cuts it back on him, and now Cedric is coming under pressure from the Mercedes of Ulster. The other Mercedes, the Matt, by the way, has gotten ahead of the Ferrari, so they're now running P4 and P5. Sierra trying his absolute best to keep hold of this P2. It's allowing Adrian, and it is this battle going on. Sierra's defending like mad, which is allowing Adrian to escape up the road at the moment. It's like just over 3 seconds as it stands. I'm just going to go down to Gaza. He's got him right on the back of Sierra. Well, look, we've got a little bit of a training going on here. I knew that battery's load was going to come up at some point. Should have changed them in between qualifying race. Sector 1 yellow, it's an Alfa Romeo, it's Hayes. But he is going again. So we've not lost one of the Alphas, still going. As it stands right now, everybody's still in the race, which is brilliant. So, oh, Gazza's first to pick up a penalty now. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, actually, Mini Devil might have been first, but Gazza's... That's second, I'm going to say. That doesn't happen very often. Gazza, one of the best guys I've seen at staying penalty-free through races. No penalties play a massive part in online racing, online Formula 1 racing. Let's just go to Sierra, because he's on the back of Gru and he's going to get the DRS on the straight in just a second. As Cedric, Ulster, Mickey, all pit. They are all in and coming off those softs. So all these guys get promoted. That's early. I know the softs don't last a huge amount of time around here, but even so, that is early to switch. That tells me they're going for. They're definitely on two-stop. They aren't taking mediums to the end from here. So that could make things interesting later in the race, especially if no safety cars. Right on board with Sierra. Oh, Gru's entered AI. Gru wave runs with AI. Out of AI now. Usually if you see someone nip into AI like that, something's maybe happens that they're clipping, just in case, probably just in case they need it. That was a bit enthusiastic from Sierra, if I'm honest. I don't think you can have any complaints about that. I think we've got a full safety car now in a way. Ulster, it's Ulster that we've lost. He just pitted. He was one of the guys that pitted, and he's binned it on the chicane. It's on the chicane. If I go to, is it Daz? Yeah. If I go to Daz, the car's just disappeared, but it was just there on the left-hand side. You can actually sort of see a dirt track going over towards it. Oh, but Trev, what you done? Trev's lost it out of the final car, out of the final corner, under safety car. All soft guys are pitting. All of them are pitting. We're seeing different strategies. Some going to mediums, some going to hards. Dodos gets himself up to P8. The safety car brings, of course, Little Daz, Convict, Mini Devil, LMB, all back into the fray. Daz has opted to go straight through. He's going to go ahead of LMB, who's in the pits, but that's the only one. And Mini Devil, obviously at the back, can take a free pit stop, so why not do it? He might opt for hard tyres to the end from here. Sierra's left the session. Let me just see if I can invite him back. So, invite sent. While we're under safety car, actually, let me just do just going to do a quick sweep through the cockpit views of everyone. See if we can spot anybody who's. Sierra's not ghosting. Dodos is showing the red X. So, in that case, let me try Dodos as well. Oh, I can't even view. I can't view the Dodos camera card. Oh, Dodos, you're a nightmare if you're falling out. Oh, I don't know if anybody else saw this, but I know an apology came out from well, Microsoft, Xbox, to apologise for the Xbox Live issues recently. Almost everybody by default has been blaming the game for everybody being kicked out of lobbies recently, but it actually turns out, oh god, I can't find him. It actually turns out it's been an Xbox Live problem that's been doing it. and an apology came out from Microsoft about it. There's Dodos showing off line look. Invites to game. Go. Anybody else? Can we spot any other red X's? Doesn't look like it. I think everybody's okay. I think Adrian would be the most unhappy about the safety car at this point. He'd build up a nice lead because Cyril was getting absolutely swamped from behind, which, as much as he usually loves that, was proving to be a problem and allowing Adrian to escape up the road. Confirmation comes out the safety car is in this lap, so we'll go on board with Sierra so that we can watch Adrian go. Who's taken a chance and not come in then, and opted for track position? Dodos, I think, is the only one really. He's still on the tyres that he started the race on, but nobody else is still on the starting tyres. Dodos obviously started from the back, so he's up to 12 places, having done that. Yeah, he's a quick boy, is Dodos, in Alfa Romeo, so track position is better for him. As I think that is Adrian going. Sierra looks like he's got he's really caught him, and Max caught Cedric as well and moves into P3, but Sierra completely caught Adrian then and moves into the lead. Obviously the fresh medium tyres over Adrian's hards will help. Mickey's side by side with Cedric and takes that position as well. I'm not sure why Cedric's struggling a bit at the restart. He's not on hards or anything. As I think that was Gru getting all out of sorts then that we just saw. He's the other one that's the other one inside the top 10 that's opted for the hards to the end. So a few position changes at the restart. Going well. It's right, so Bristow getting ahead of Hayes a bit further down. The order. Let's go to Vale. He's right on the back of Dodos here. Oh, that's Kenyon. Here they are. They're side by side going into turn 1. Vale gets the move done. Nice overtake from Vale there. Cedric's left the session. Cedric. Let's get an invite sent quick. Try and help him out. Try and make it so he doesn't lose too many positions. He's down to P5 at the moment. Canty is next to pick up a penalty. Pick up a penalty. Baz now back up to P14. And on a hunt. Quentin down Hayes as it stands. I've just lost all my timings at the moment. So Adrian's deciding to go to those hards. Might be regretting it a little bit now because he's dropped to P4. Now the only thing is he's definitely going to the end. I can tell you that Adrian will push those to the end easy. So he just can't afford it. He's got to stay. Oh, ideally you'd want to be within 10 seconds of Sierra by the time Sierra has to pit. It doesn't really want the gap to grow any more than that. Sierra just set the fastest lap of the race. Getting some timings back now. Let's go down to Hayes and Dodos. The teammates are side by side. And Hayes comes out on top. Dodos dropping down the order then. It's the 11 lap old mediums. He opted to stay out rather than come in, and it's hurting him as Lil Daz goes past him with ease. the Ferrari of Convict's going to do it as well. Dodos looks to defend, but the Ferrari of Convict's just going to go around the outside like he's not there. It's just nothing Dodos can do. And right now, and that cop, oh, there's a bit of contact there, and is it sent the Ferrari off? I think it has. Well, it hasn't retired the Ferrari. Convict's still there. He's still going, but that'll hurt him a bit, to be honest. For me, he had that move done. So you need to submit something. If you think something was wrong, you'd have to make that decision. As Cedric is off track, drops to P15. Whether that's happened as he was rejoining, because when you rejoin, you get the 5 lights thing come up, but it's not timed like it does when you start a flying lap or something. It just basically comes on, and when they go out, you take control. You can be mid-corner anywhere on the track. So it can throw you sometimes. So we're getting some really great battling going on. Oh, and that's Mini Devil. He's off and into the barrier, and that's a virtual safety car. It's far enough away from the track, from the side of the track, to warrant that being a VSC. But wow, that's at turn 3. The long right-hander. It's a bit of an odd one. I've got to be honest, it's a bit of an odd one, that, from Mini Devil. It's a big impact. So, Adrian won't mind VSCs like this, just to stabilise things a little bit. Don't know where the gap is right now. It looks to me like Adrian's gotten up to speed on those hards. As long as he can keep the temperature in them. And we are off again. DRS is enabled. Is Adrian going to get a chance at Mickey here? No, Mickey's got DRS as well, of course. So, Gaza is going to have a go. Right, my apologies, right on an overtake like that as well. It's my fault, I should have done that during a safety car, forgot about it. Anyway, what happened then? Sierra's stayed ahead of Gaza then. Through P8, clearly his tyres are starting to come back to him now. So those hard tyres are already starting to come to the drivers. I said this is one of the tracks that the hard tyres tend to work pretty well at, and it's looking like that at the moment, to be fair. So, for me, the medium guys are doing a 2-stop. Whether they'll stop for soft or medium, I'm not sure. It's a very good chance that will depend on whether there's another safety car or not. Just trying to see if we got any other battles going on, but this looks like the main one in a way, as Cedric sets the fastest lap of the race, 120.4. He's in a quest to catch up to the back of Kenyon, who's on hard tyres and in a Williams as well, of course. So let's see how he goes with that. I honestly wouldn't like to predict who's going to win this race right now. I mean, Adrian's in a great place. Obviously, hards to the end. I don't think the mediums can go to the end. Not with being quick enough to hold Adrian off in a way. So I think they've all got to pit again. Gas is not really getting on the back enough. So Hayes then on the back of Daz. No, actually, let's go behind that. Cedric's gone past Kenyon. He runs a little bit wide out of the hairpin, but does get that done. Matt sets the fastest lap of the race. He's now within DRS range of Sierra. Matt is catching Sierra. It's lovely to see. I don't mean that offensively to Sierra, it's just lovely to see the Merc doing well and Matt doing well. As Hayes gets the move done on Lil Daz into turn 1. While all this is going on, that means Lil Daz just drops out the points for the moment, but long way to go just yet. Canty, his main rival, is up in P5 at the moment. He still want to be getting higher than that. Yes, of course, it's about today getting this championship to continue into the next 2 rounds, but at the same time he needs to knock as much as he can off, and Adrian, it really is all over the back of the Ferrari now. Daz picks up 3 seconds as well, so that could affect things at the end. I think Daz is getting... Well, and Convict actually, so Daz and Convict must be getting close to pit stops now. How can Convict be on 13 lap old mediums? They must have put old tyres on his car when he pitted. Damage. That wasn't as far back as lap 4, was it? That Ferrari crashing. So he must have had damage from that. He went nose first into the wall. Oh well. Right then. So he's shouting off that Matt had got to within a second of Sierra. He's dropped back out again now. Closest battle at the moment is Daz on the back of Hayes. Just got a little bit of lag on my screen, so I'm just going to switch the Wi-Fi off on my phone and let that go through my mobile data. In fact, guys, I'm going to put my phone on charge, so I'm not going to have the chat up for a while. So just in case any of you do put anything, you may not see it for a while. So Daz right on the back of Hayes, trying to get back into that top 10. So for me, I'm just thinking, when are they likely to start? If they're going to another set of mediums to go to the end of the next, so we go on to lap 18, so we've got 16 laps remaining. Well, yeah, it makes sense if they did 13 and 13, wouldn't it? So 20 laps, around lap 21, if they're going to go to another set of mediums. Lap 20, 2021. Obviously, be later than that if they're going to intend to go to a set of softs to the end. So that's just fallen back a little bit now on this one. For me, Adrian continues to look super fighty with these high tyres now. I mean, for me, these guys have to pit at some point, because surely otherwise there'll come a time where the hards are just going to be much better than them in a way, because they already look better. So is Adrian going to get a move done this time? It looks like he is, you know. He's gone to the inside for turn 1. He gets it done in the braking zone, and Ferrari does come back at him a little bit, but I think Adrian's got that done. That's a nice move. And clean racing from the pair of them. Well done, guys. Rue and Vale are battling a bit further down for P8. Who goes to the inside. There we'll have the inside of the hairpin. Oh, now for me, Bruce got that. Yeah, he looked like he just got out of that a bit quicker. turn the energy on maybe. But they'll conceding that one in the end. Daz has gotten ahead of Hayes as well during all that. Kenyon picks up 3 seconds. And Daz goes past Vale for a P9 now. But does have a penalty, of course. As Adrian now sets the... There's proof that those hards are now working. He's ahead of Mickey and he's just set the fastest lap of the race on a hard tyres. So we must be at the point where these medium guys need to come in and go to a new set of mediums. But I know what people are like. They're going to want to try and push them so they can have softs at the end. But for me, they need the laps. If these guys at the front want to stay ahead of Adrian, or not stay ahead of him, but catch him later, they need the laps to be able to do it. And if they don't pit now and try and do it on the mediums, I just think there's no chance of doing it on softs. Just won't be enough laps remaining. As that was Hayes having a awkward moment. Mickey pitted, by the way, in the Ferrari. Let's go down to this. He's side by side with Hayes, kind of has to dip in behind him in the end. Mickey having a good race in the Ferrari once again. This isn't what he wanted though, of course. After pitting for the fresh mediums, he of course would have wanted clean air to come out in, but instead he's ended up stuck in a train of cars. So Dodos has ended up a lap down now. I can only assume that Dodos hasn't got back in. Maybe completely lost connection, not got back in. Did invite him. And Cedric gets ahead of Hayes. That's Gru and Lil Daz battling. Who holds him off for the moment. Lil Daz is looking pretty racy for a guy that's on 16 lap old mediums right now. Not as racy as a Ferrari on 0 lap old mediums, of course, but it's like Gru just struggling a bit to get past, or sorry, to get away from these guys. It's Daz. Has a look at the outside this time. Probably a good idea. That was where the Ferrari was looking at going as well. So we kind of defended from the Ferrari, but I think there was contact there, and Mickey is round. He recovers it. I don't think he's got damage. It doesn't appear to have any visual damage in a way. Gaza has gotten ahead of Canty at some point there. Both have penalties. I genuinely still don't believe these guys are intending on taking mediums to the end. I think Matt and Sierra probably have got it in their mind that that's what they're going to do, but I still think that Adrian will be too quick for them if they do that, but we'll see. Cedric moves past Val into P9. It's been, what's partly been nice. Oh, and that's Lil Daz. He spun it on his own, and he's out. Daz is out. There was no contact there. That was a genuine spin. That has brought out a safety car, and if I was Adrian now, I would be fuming. Sierra's pitted as well. He's pitted right on the safety car. He will be smiling inside that cockpit right now. Although he's gone to hards for some unbeknownst reason. So he might not be smiling as widely now. I wonder if he realised he was going to hards. But Daz is out. Our championship leader is out of the race. Canty goes to Sauce. Bearing in mind, you're probably going to have a couple of laps under safety car. We won't be going again before lap 25, I don't think. Soft's probably the right decision. I don't think there'd be a huge difference between soft and medium, to be fair, in your actual total time to the end. But Matt and Adrian, I know it's horrible to pit when you're in these positions, but you've got to. You cannot risk staying out. Matt, you should go to softs. Adrian, probably the same, if I'm honest. Adrian could go to mediums and look at it that way and try and fight Matt in that sense, that the mediums become a bit better towards the last few laps, but I think, it depends if he ends up losing the Mercedes in between. If he can't stay within the second of him, then soon they both come then. So it will be close to Sierra, but I think they'll get out ahead of him. Dodo's... His car's not ghosted, which makes me think he should be there, but there's no way Dodo's fallen lap down on his own. Although he's now, of course, not lap down, he's just unlapped himself. So I don't know if it's actually Dodo's or whether it's a ghost, you know, that he's lost connection. It's an AI car. I can't imagine the AI car's just run that wide, the safety car, so it probably is Dodo's. Now he can bomb it round there. The leaders, Matt, has just caught the safety car. Did Matt just overtake the safety car? If he did, it hasn't given him penalties, so he's okay. So Dodos ideally wants to bomb it round here, so he can get a set of softs on before the safety car comes back through, so he don't end up a lap down. Surely he's not getting Delta. He should be able to... Actually, just being a bit careful. So everybody coming in. Mickey opted to stay out. Mickey's been really unlucky since he pitted. He was unlucky to pit and come out behind a train of slower cars. He was unlucky in the contact with Daz that made him spin. And he's now unlucky that a safety car's come out and nullified his strategy. So Dodo's in then. It looks to me like he's got plenty of time. He's created a big enough gap. As we say, if it is even is Dodo's, I'm not sure. So, but it does mean this safety car probably will go past lap 25. I don't think, or sorry, we'll go around again on lap 25. Well, we know it's going to go around on lap 25, don't we? It could go around again on lap 26. Dodo's is just exiting the pits now, which means it's going to be a little while yet to catch up. So then, Matt and Adrian both opted to go to medium tyres at the front. Will Sierra be happy to see that? I've just realised that the Alpha Tauri in third place is Sierra. Sierra is in sixth. I don't know how that's happened. I've missed something there. Different. Sorry guys, I completely missed that, so I'm not sure what happened. Makes it interesting in a way. So... Excuse me. So, what do we think then, guys? Do we think Sierra's got the advantage going to softs? Do we think that actually the difference between the two tyres is, by the time they've done the 2 laps right, DRS will be pretty much nullified in a way, because the softs don't last long. For me, Matt's favourite because he's got track position, but Adrian would be an extremely close favourite here. I don't think the AlphaTauri is for me. I think Mickey did the right thing staying out to gain track position for himself a little bit, gain a few places, but on the other hand, at the same time, he's going to come under a big attack when we get underway again. So as I said, we are going to do another lap because Dodo's car needs to catch up. A couple of guys deciding, well actually I may as well stick a fresh set of tyres on then. So even under safety car, these softs will be picking up quite a bit of wear. Dodo's pits again, which tells me that is Dodo's in control. I don't think an AI would have pitted again. So I think Dodo's is in control. So I think Dodo's needs to catch up. I don't think he can hang about here. I haven't been counting the laps as such, but I don't think we'll do another lap. Although with where they are, I think he will catch up in a way. The back of the pack has just come round the hairpin, which Dodo's is just a couple of corners away from. Just a second, so I'm getting notifications coming up from Discord. Just want to double check. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I don't think it is Dodo's, unless he's rejoined. He had to leave urgently. I just realised I had a message from him. So, my apologies, I wasn't watching, something else is going on, but we are underway again. Hayes has fallen to the back. There was some yellow flags there. Don't know if something's happened between two drivers. LMB managed to get ahead of Bristow. Oh, Dodos. So is... oh, I still can't see. Yeah, Dodo's back with us, so whatever happened that made him have to leave early, he's clearly back. Matt has a little moment there. Adrian not close enough to pounce on him. Kenyon and Hayes come into the pit, so it looks like it was those two that tangled. Hayes retires in the pit. When our rules are updated, you'll be getting in trouble for doing that. I don't care what's happening in the race, how it's going for you. You finish it. Gru moves into P7, gets ahead of Mickey. Mickey trying to fight back, but he's got Cedric having a go as well. Mickey, he's going to have a go at the inside of Gru. It's a terrible angle from Cody's, but I suppose it did let us see how he did it, and Mickey back into P7. It could be, guys, this could be the tyres. The softs will not last long. They're not going to get to the end feeling very great. They hate Spain. I don't know why. They really seem to hate Spain. DRS is once again enabled. As Gru goes back up the inside of Mickey. Mickey's going to cut back on him around the long right-hander. Ah, that's brilliant racing from the Paradigm. Mickey will have the inside here if Gru can stick to the side of him. He's not going to. He's going to have to... He's not close enough to have a go at the hairpin, so he's going to have to just sort of tuck him behind. Mickey is outside DRS, so Gru's going to get a real opportunity on the main straight, possibly round here as well. Convict picks up 3 seconds. Just realised Mickey ain't got a helmet on. He looks like a condom head tonight. There he is, look, no helmet. Nutter, absolute nutter. Now, Enhanced did that in a racing arc just the other night, and I gave him a £500,000 fine. So I'm sorry, Mickey, but you've got to have the same treatment. It's a £500,000 fine for you, buddy. Racing with no helmet. It's okay, you can pay me in instalments. It's don't have to all be in one go, although I would prefer it like that. Cash, not check, please. As Gru goes back past under the DRS. I think these guys are going to keep battling to the end, aren't they? By the looks of things. Mickey's coming back again. Look at this. This is superb racing, and that is Bristow. His round at turn 2. He's... Well, I always assume that somebody's caught the curb when they lose it at turn 2. Now, Cedric might get a look here. Oh, Mickey's going to stick his nose in. That's not... Pulled him back a bit there, Mickey. I don't think that was the best option, but it's no harm done on that one. Dodos picks up 3 seconds. Convict's in the second Ferrari. He's just gotten ahead of the Red Bull of Cedric. They're right next to each other. Let's go to the broadcast cam. At the moment, Matt's still holding off Adrian for the lead, by the way. As I said, I thought the switching to mediums would be just as good as the softs. I didn't think there'd be much difference between the two. But the mediums might get the advantage into the last couple of laps. As this is the Red Bull. Look at Mickey and Gru again. They're going at it, hammer and tongs, lap after lap. This is brilliant racing from the Paradigm. Really good racing. As come through the chicane, Mickey's going to get the DRS once again. Let's go on board, so it gives you a terrible view down here. So out comes the DRS. He's going to have to do it around the outside of the hairpin. He's already committed to the outside. He's not going to get it done here. He tried cutting back. He just had to brake a little bit there to stay out of the back of Gru's left rear tyre. I think Mickey's probably going to get an opportunity. And look who's appeared behind him, Vale, in the Haas. Suddenly appears in 9th place. So I don't know what's happened to Cedric, but he's dropped 2 places. So Mickey, you will see this gap suddenly close up as we get towards the end of the straight. I don't think he's close enough this time, but this isn't the important lap. The important lap's the next lap. Oh, Sierra picks up a 3 seconds right to death. Oh, look at this. Mickey's going to get... Which way is he going to go? He goes to the inside. Ends up having to break out of it, really. But Mickey needs to concentrate here. He just needs to stay close enough out of the chicane, really. All about the exit of the chicane. And it looked to me like Mickey got a pretty decent exit there. I think he's going to get him. Stick with this. There's other battles going on. Adrian has taken the lead. I'm sorry we didn't see that, but I'm just absolutely loving this battle. Oh, we lose Bristow at the death. Bristow retires in the pits. Be another one who'd be in trouble next season. Next season's what next season's rules are going to be. Well, he's going to have one more opportunity here, Mickey. Let's go to the broadcast cam. I love the cockpit cam, but no, in fact, let's go back to the cockpit, because the bit where he's going to have the opportunity will be into the hairpin after this corner with the RS open. Gets a good run out the corner. Open, he hasn't got enough energy, but then Gru is creeping as well. Not able to get the move done. To be fair, I've only just realised that Mickey's got a penalty in a way, but it's been great to watch the battling there. Adrian then wins the Spanish Grand Prix in the end. Unlucky, Matt. You were so close, mate. But great P2. Probably Mercedes' best result of the season, I'd imagine. Sierra, in the end, picks up P3 for the final podium. Sierra, P4. Canty picks up P5. Important for the championship, picks up 10 points. Gru P6. Well, what's happened here then? Gru's P6. Of course, Mickey had a penalty. So Vale is promoted to P7 in the Haas. And I believe, if I saw that right, and there hasn't been a glitch, I believe it's a double point score for Haas in 7th and 9th. Vale picks up driver of the day from the game. In all honesty, there must be a good 3, 4, 5 drivers that are probably in line for driver of the day here. So I'll take a look at it. I know Val's made up the most positions, there's no doubt about that, but there's some great drives in there. So Adrian takes victory and fastest lap with a 1:18.9. Matt picks up P2 and a nice podium for him, as well as Sierra as well. Sierra takes P4 for AlphaTauri, nice double point score for Alpha. Aston Martin in P5 with Canty, who keeps the championship alive going into the penultimate week. Gru is P6 for Alpine, nice finish. Vale with a brilliant 7th place for Haas. Let's just get through the standings first, then I'll worry about driver of the day. Gaza P8 for the other McLaren, so a nice double points finish as well for McLaren. LMB P9 in the other Haas, so it was a double points finish. Great job, guys. Mickey P10 for Ferrari, and a Convict P11. It was looking so much better than that, but that penalty has really hurt Mickey. I think we do need to check the end just to make sure there weren't any timing glitches. Almost every race seems to have them, so it will need to be, all this will need to be confirmed. Cedric then P12, Kenyon P13, Dodo's 14, then Bristow, Hayes, Daz, Mini Devil, Trev and Ulster were retirements from the Spanish Grand Prix. There was some superb racing through that and some bad stuff as well, but there was some superb racing as well. So, driver of the day. I'm going to go against the game. I'm sorry, Vale. You've done an incredible job. You really have. You've made up 10 places in the Haas. You deserved the game's driver of the day. But commentator driver of the day, which is the one everybody wants to win, of course, I'm going to give to Canty. I think he's done a great job. He's kept the championship alive. He did what he needed to do today, so congratulations to him. Still very much second favourite for the championship, but keeps it alive. Let's just see if... So, Adrian's our winner. So, Adrian, I don't know if I can get the boys in for a quick interview or not. I didn't think of it earlier, but let's see if I can. Sierra, hang on there, don't disappear just yet. See if we can have a quick chat. Gaza, you had 5th even with penalties, so there is a timing glitches there. Okay, thanks for letting me know that, buddy. Obviously we'll check all that out. It's all on stream anyway, so we can check all that, but it does look like there's been a timing glitch. Hey Adrian, just seeing if anybody else joins.
No problem.
I've invited them, all of them. But, come on. People join. I did this, was it last week? I did this and only Daz ended up joining. So I just had a chat with him. Oh well, I'll talk to you then. See if the others join as we're chatting. But congratulations, mate. Good win.
Thank you.
I thought it was well, I tipped you from the start. You annoyed me in qualifying when you didn't come out for a second run, so I tipped you for pole as well. But
I didn't want to set a lap too quick, otherwise you won't let me have the car again.
No, I told you that's a reward for sticking with Haas for so long, so you deserve that. Last few races, get a good drive. So, yeah. So congratulations on the win. How did the race go from your point of view?
It went pretty much to plan, to be honest. Apart from the safety car sort of near the end of the race, I typically hate late safety cars, especially when I was on the hard tyre. The hard tyre is very... I probably shouldn't be saying this, bearing in mind we've got a race there tomorrow. But the hard tyre is very strong in Spain and some other tracks, but yeah, particularly Spain. It's only... I think from new, it's only 0.6 off the medium tyre, and the medium loses its pace quite quickly, so it only takes sort of 3 or 4 laps and they're pretty much even.
That's it. Well, funny enough, I mentioned that in commentary. Oh, Sierra's P3 apparently. Sorry, no. See, this is the timing glitch. Oh well,
yeah.
I've got Sierra now. Anyway, yeah. So I mentioned that in commentary that the hard tyres do come in to be the better tyre. It only seems to take around about, I think it's about 7 laps where you
probably not even that.
Yeah, I think it was you, Gru, and I can't remember the other one. Somebody else went to the hards as well, but it was clear they you all started catching the cars in front of you around about then. But yeah, but unfortunately that last safety car did mess that strategy up a bit, but it still worked out for you, luckily enough. But yeah, it's there's been some shouts about poor racing standards again in Discord, but
yeah, I see that. I didn't see anything like that on track. I thought it was a top quality race from my perspective, but then sort of only saw really the top 5 drivers.
Yeah, I mean you were up there, so maybe that's the case. But from a commentator's point of view, I didn't actually see on the stream much go wrong. If I'm honest, it all looked pretty good. There were some great battles, in fact. The race definitely worth watching. Yeah. Other than that, obviously, championship-wise for this season, you're not sort of in the championship to win it this season. Things I've not announced the changes for next year yet, but things will be changing quite a lot, and all drivers will have a chance of driving. Well, drivers will have to negotiate contracts with teams next season, and obviously the positions open up. I'm hoping to have 2 tiers of realistic. Would be great. So I think that would mean probably getting rid of the equal performance on the Monday night. But what have you thought throughout the season of the realistic? Do you like driving realistic cars? I know you've done a lot of it in Haas, but even that's its own challenge, you know.
No, I do. I do enjoy the realistic cars, no matter what car I'm in. I just like I just like having sort of closer races. It tends
Yeah.
to be closer races in realistic than equal.
Yeah.
You know, you try and pair the drivers off with appropriate cars.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
yeah.
the sort of line we took this season, as trying to get people in cars based on their pace. Next season, we're going to take a bit of a different view to it, but what will happen is every single driver, despite what car they're in, they'll have their own individual targets that they have to meet, regardless of what car they're in, which I think brings another aspect and makes it quite cool. I do this in another league that I race in, and it's really cool. I'm not in one of the fast cars, makes it really good.
Right.
But,
like performance related.
Yeah. So they'll need to attain like certain amounts of points and stuff to be able to retain their contracts, or they can go to the market and become a free agent and look to get a contract with a better team. Whereas somebody that fails to meet their targets can only sign for a lower team, sort of thing.
Right.
So it's an interesting thing. Still in the early stages yet. I've put proposals forward to the other admins, and we'll see how it goes and all that get announced in a way. But yeah, in a way, sorry I'm talking your ear off now. Congratulations, mate, and for tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it out there. Just to confirm for everybody watching, we are back tomorrow night, 8 PM. Same race at Spain, but it's in the equal performance, which is a mighty close one at the moment. So
I think Gru's going to win that. Just FYI.
it's looking good for Gru, but it is close still. So and Kenyon's cashing all the time. He's coming late in the season, is just picking up points left, right, and centre. So it's still on, definitely. Then next week, I'm sorry, every time I need to find something in the Discord when I'm on stream, I can never find it. Calendar, that's what I'm looking for. So next week we head to Belgium for Spa. Excellent, love it.
Beautiful.
Definitely greatest track of all time. So excellent. So we'll be here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for the equal tier. Next Sunday, same time for the realistic tier at Spa. Other than that, thank you to everybody that's joined us live and watched. Thank you everybody that watches the stream back as always. It's all very much appreciated.